So the first tip I want to share with you in being able to quit your 9-to-5 job is you want to set fear-based goals that you are afraid to do, right? Don't set goals that, oh, I'm going to make $10,000. That's not scary to you, right? Oh, I need to make a YouTube video. You know, for a lot of people, that's what they're scared to do, is put in a YouTube video or their first Instagram post or their first story or their first live stream or their first, you know, calling the sales call, you know, doing the cold calling or whatever it is. That's the things that's going to lead to the actual success, right? The money is, you know, setting these goals, you know, and mentally masturbating. Oh, like, I'm going to set this goal. I'm going to do my vision board and making it look all pretty and all of this stuff. None of that stuff is relevant to the stuff that you actually need to do in order to make the business successful, right? And so try not to get entertained by, you know, vision boards and writing down goals and New Year's resolutions and all of this stuff, because it can make you mentally masturbate thinking that you're doing something when actually you're just procrastinating even more. Genuinely, I feel like a lot of people know what they're supposed to do or what they need to do. They're just not doing it. They're not doing it because it's scary. And so the goals that you should be setting should be fear-based goals. What are you going to do this week? Well, I'm going to make my first YouTube video. I have people in my accountability tribe who, you know, started a YouTube channel, you know, started to grow the YouTube channel. I've got a few YouTubers in my group, and, you know, they're starting to build their business. They're starting to take steps towards it because they're setting fear-based goals. They're doing things that are scary and uncomfortable and stepping outside of their comfort zone. You probably heard of that saying before, step outside your comfort zone, step outside your comfort zone. But how do you do it? You set a fear-based goal, and then you get a bit of accountability with that. So let's say, for example, you have a friend, you know, and, you know, they're happy to support you. You can say to them, hey, I'm going to give you £100 or $100 if I don't do this by this date. All right. If I don't, for example, if I don't do this sales call by this date, if I don't do this many sales calls by this day, I'm going to owe you £100, right? This is the type of stuff you need to do to get yourself to do that, because your reptilian brain is only going to hold you back. It's only going to keep you where you're at. And you want to do things you haven't done to get what you haven't got before. And people just want to hope on manifesting and wishful thinking. You know, once I believe in manifestation, I also believe in proactive, productive steps towards achieving your goals and your dreams and the reality that you want. I do manifest, and I've created a very successful business. I've helped a lot of people become very successful. I've helped people make 6- and 7-figure incomes. I've helped people travel all over the world. I've traveled all over the world. I've done amazing things in my life. From, you know, I don't want to gloat too much, but you know, I've helped a lot of people, and I've helped a lot of people make a lot of money. And the things that I see compared to what people think that they should be doing is a completely two different worlds. And so I just want to let you know, again, I've been around very successful people myself who also believe in the law of attraction and manifesting. And what they do is they take action, okay? They're taking crazy action, right? And they're doing things that are uncomfortable, new and unusual to get where they want to be. And so sometimes you could do some subconscious reprogramming about what you're afraid of, but know that over time, what you're afraid to do, you can make normal in your mind. You can make it normal and natural in your mind to do those things. And so for me, it was uncomfortable to make YouTube videos, but now it's just normal. Okay, and that's what we got to understand. It becomes the new norm over time. So the first step here is to set fear-based goals, and those fear-based goals is what's just going to lead to your success. The second tip that I want to give you in starting a business, starting an online business, making it successful realtor, successful nail artist, or whatever it is, clothes designer, whatever it is that you want to do, make it stupid simple. You gotta make it stupid simple. Simplify, simplify, simplify. What you're doing, the work the things that you need to do, if you are overcomplicating it, you are creating a distance from where you are right now to where you want to be. I know it sounds crazy, but you want to find a way to make the income, generate the income, the financial freedom, the money that you want in a very simple way that you can do all the time, that you can do consistently over time. Over time, as you gain more time, as you become more financially free, as you make more money, now you can start overcomplicating things. If you're living in a reality where you're working a 9-to-5 job, you're working out in the gym, you got food to cook, you got kids to take care of, you got this class to go to, this yoga class, you got this thing to do, you got that friend to talk to, this text to reply to, some time on social media. At the end of the day, you don't have any time left. Okay? And now you want to start a business? Where are you going to get time for that? Right? So the business needs to be simple. If it's something big and huge that you don't have time for, obviously you're not going to want to do it because you feel like you're not investing enough time into it. You know, you're not going to be able to have the energy for it because your day's so long already. And so it needs to be something simple and realistic, you know, that can get you to where you want to be. And so I don't want to put off your dream. For example, if you want to be a realtor and currently you're working a 9-to-5 job and you don't have enough time to do all that stuff, but it's something that you want to do, you know, you got to figure out how can I make that more simple. When there's a will, there's a way. All right. And you want to brainstorm these ideas and figure out other ways out of the system, because the system is going to keep you trapped and you got to figure out how to get your time back. So managing your time is very important. Managing your energy is even more important. Okay. Instead of managing your time, manage your energy. Managing your energy is actually more important than managing your time. Okay. Because the more energy you have over time, the more consistent you're going to be. All right. If I manage my energy throughout my day, then I can do all the things that I need to do throughout the day. If I don't manage my energy, then I'm going to be way less productive, get way less done. Right? What I find when I'm managing my time too much and I feel rigid and I have to finish this at this time and there's deadlines, now I'm panicking, now there's anxiety, now I'm not managing my energy, now I'm stressing out more, and so I can't be as calm and productive. Right? Success is a relaxed state. If you're just calm throughout the time, let me give you another example of this, right? You want to go to the gym, you want to work out, right? You want to get a fit body. Let's say you put on some pounds, you want to lose some weight or something like this, right? And you're like, I'm going to go to the gym. And then immediately, straight out the gate, you start going 5 days a week, right? That first week, you're going to be so freaking sore, right? You're going to be so freaking sore and you're going to be like, why did I even do this? Like, you know, all this stuff, you're going to be in pain, right? It's not going to feel good, right? And now you're creating a negative association towards working out, right? Your body's in pain and you're thinking, you thought you did something positive, but now your brain's just like, what are you doing? Like, you know, your brain's creating this negative association towards working out. And so next week you're like, maybe I'll leave it until, I'm feeling tired today, so you know, your brain starts coming up with these excuses and then you start procrastinating and then you start delaying on your goals. Because you've got a negative association subconsciously now, you messed up the whole thing, right? Because you're not managing your energy. If you manage your energy and you're just like, oh, you know what? When I start out working out, I'm going to do it very gently. And I'm only going to go twice a week for the first month. After that, I'm going to go up to 3 times a week. Right, and I'm going to improve it incrementally over time so that not only are you enjoying the process, you're not burning out your body, you're not burning out your energy, and you're creating a positive association towards working out. That's what's going to make you consistent over time. That's what's going to get you to the results that you want in your business and in your exercising, in your business, in your life, or whatever it is that you want to do. Does it make sense? And so oftentimes I find a lot of people that they start quitting because they're approaching their goals in a time frame rather than trying to approach their goals in terms of managing their energy. And so you want to simplify, Simplify. Make it stupid simple. Make your life stupid simple, please. Please, people. Life is teaching us through books, through teachers, school, college, to overcomplicate life. Don't do it. Don't listen to the system. The system is creating more stress for yourself. This is why we have minimalism, right? And we have minimalists, people who are just selling all their stuff and living a very basic and simple lifestyle. They do that because it's less stress. It's easier, right? You don't need so much stuff. We live in the material world, yes, and we're allowed to enjoy the pleasures of this life. But the reality is, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. When you go to sleep, you forget about it. When you die, you're not bringing that stuff with you. So why do we need all these things? And so that's what we got to think about. All right. How can I simplify my life? And simplify your life, now it's easier. Right? People, friends, the time you're giving away, how you spend your day, how you do your day. Simplify your day, simplify your life, and it will release a lot of stress. But also, it's going to help you become successful in business because it's going to get right to the money, right to the results. Simplify, 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 so you can get right to the money. Once you start generating money and your mind's like, oh, it works. I'm making money. It works. I had someone recently who's never started an online business before. We built him a business and he made his first sale. Now he can see it works. So now he can put more effort into it. And as he put more effort into it, guess what? Now he can generate more money. He can see that it works. He's proven to his subconscious mind this works. Okay, sometimes the subconscious mind needs proof. All right. And so that's what you want to do. Is like, how can I get to the money quickly? How can I get to the result quickly? Get to the result. Now, okay, now can we start building this more, building it more over time, incrementally, rather than going ham and stressing yourself out too much. And the third one here, the third tip that I want to give you, I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy in terms of creating financial freedom, but you got to deal with your past, especially if you're spiritual. If you're spiritual and you haven't dealt with your past, it's going to block your blessings financially. You've got to deal with your past. You've got to deal with the abuse that you went through. Okay? Sexual abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, right? Trauma, right? Got to deal with your past. You've got to heal that. Get that out of your system. You've got to heal that ex, that divorce. You've got to remove that resentment towards that man or that woman that you went with. You got to get rid of the parent, resentment and all of this stuff. You need to get that out of your system, right? You need to purge. Purge means release, right? You're getting rid of it. When you get rid of something from the system, you're creating space. Space. I love that word. Space. Creating space. You're creating space for what? To welcome new things into your life. Welcome that financial freedom into your life, right? You are a walking vibration. You are a component, you are a collection or a concoction of his story, your past, your memory. Your memory is not only in your brain, it's in your body, it's in your emotions, the things that you've been through. That information is stored in your body. Until you get rid of it, you're blocking your blessings. We need to learn how to heal as spiritual ones. Now, that's not to say you can't become financial freedom, financial successful without healing. You absolutely can. But it's like carrying a chain and ball, right? It's like carrying hefty weights around. Imagine trying to run with 40 kg. I don't know how much 40 kg is in pounds. But yeah, it's a lot of weight, right? Imagine running around with 40 kg weights, right? It's heavy weights to carry. You're dragging along this weight. That's what your memory is. That's what your trauma is. That's what your someone was just popping a wheelie on a motorcycle. But yeah, it's we're carrying. I just shifted 2 days ago. Me, when I was younger, and my mum, took me to nursery, which is in America, I believe they call it kindergarten. When she took me there, I was shook. Why are you leaving me with these weird people? What are you doing, fam? Right? That was my little brain was thinking, right? At the time, obviously I'm speaking in English slang now as an adult, but adults, you gotta understand, when you're leaving your kid at that little young age, they don't know what's going on, right? They don't know that they're going to nursery or they're going to school, whatever it is, to learn to well, the reality is learn to be a part of the system and get a job, right? But they don't get why. Why am I doing this? Why am I being here? You gotta explain why, okay? When you let the child know why, it gives them that sense of groundedness, purpose, meaning, right? You gotta give the child meaning for being there. And so anyway, going to kindergarten was highly traumatic to me, and I didn't know. I didn't know. I went back into my programs and my memory, and I shifted that program. But that program was affecting how I was behaving in my romantic relationship. Just that one program. Because it's like abandonment. It's like being left alone, being left in the dark. Does that make sense? Can you see how that one event can now affect my whole life? And it has affected my whole life. But now I've shifted it and I've changed the past so that I can change the future. I've created space for something beautiful to come in to this new space that I've created for myself. The same with money. And so you must learn how to reprogram the subconscious mind. You must learn how to heal trauma. You must learn how to deprogram this stuff. And it all starts off by getting the free energy reading and the manifestation diagnosis session. If you want to become a master at life, a master of yourself, that's what I help people do, whilst also helping people create the financial freedom that they want. So I've helped people make 6 and 7 figure incomes. I've helped people travel all over the world. I've helped people live their dream lifestyle. And if you want help and support with being the next person to be able to achieve that, then I invite you to get the free energy reading and the manifestation diagnosis session, because your vibration is also very important to determining how much how much you're able to create financial freedom too. But again, you don't need to do this stuff. You're just going to be carrying weights. That's it. You're just going to be carrying weights. And why would you want to carry weights when you could just let them go and be free within yourself? One of the most powerful things that I learned about life is personal freedom. When you have freedom from yourself, freedom from your ego, you're free. Like, you feel peace and that calm with self. No matter what happens externally or internally, you create this inner peace. Now, I get angry, I get upset, I get frustrated, I cry, I go through all of these processes and emotions, but I still have this peace. It's like I can cry and all this stuff, but I still have this peace. It's called equanimity. No matter what's going on externally or internally, it's like a stillness. Okay, and it's so peaceful, it's so powerful place to get to. and it's way better than trying to deflect or push away or just becoming emotionally numb to the world and stuff like that. It's a very healthy approach. But anyway, I digress. If you want the energy reading, the link's in the description. Please check out my previous video on why they lied to you over here, and check out my 3-part series on how to raise your vibration correctly. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.